Ciao a tutti ragazzi, bentornati su Gaming, siamo tornati qui su COME Deliverance. E l'assedio è quasi pronto, il trabucco dovrebbe essere stato costruito. Dobbiamo assistere però al suo collaudo, sperando che non ci siano problemi di sorta nel suo funzionamento. Guardate figo però. Che fai? Vorrei assistere al collaudo, dov'è l'ingegnere?
Let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
Strafigura di merda, troppo corta.
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Move! Move! Damn it, I have to get to Seguiteci! Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic is surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here, and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townbrook.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talbrook.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is...
Allora, voglio essere nell'avanguardia, non sono un eroe. Non sono un eroe.
Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Scallops men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rate.
Ok, allora faremo del nostro meglio. E quasi quasi ti inculo pure la roba. Vabbè, non adesso, non è il momento di fregare le cose. Andiamo, raga. Siamo pronti per la battaglia. Salveremo la nostra terra come non abbiamo mai fatto prima d'ora. Ok, ci siamo. Dovremmo aver trovato gli uomini. Vediamo che cosa succederà adesso, raga. Sono veramente molto curioso.
Hold. Hold.
Attendi, ok.
Not yet.
Non ancora.
Easy. Easy.
Ma son botto.
Easy, man. Just a little longer.
Damn it! There's a lot. They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard to the left. And the rest, come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
Ok, adesso si divideranno, raga.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Bastardi! Attenzione, li prendi tutti da dietro, come al solito. E fa assaggiare la spada, la potenza.
Crepate, bastardi! Tutti da dietro, mentre siete intenti a ammazzarvi con altra gente. Io vi trafiggerò, tutti uno per uno. E fuck. Via. Non potrai... Aia, porca puttana, che dolore. Me la sono presa tutta questa... non potrai mai battere i miei uomini, bastardo. Oh. Non me ne posso tenere più di uno però, vai. Piazzaci in qui, forza. Attenzione, spada da sotto, sopra, di lato. Oh, no, ma che cazzo fate? Siete troppi. Aia. Ok, uno di meno, un altro di meno, vai.
Senti la spada come te... Aia.
Sto pensando a quello che...
Senti come pizzica. Pizzica ancora.
Non ci chiappa però, che vuoi pizzicare se non ci chiappi? E tu vai, aia, alla morte. Oh, crepa, bastardo. Quanti siete? Quanti mancate? Senti che casino che c'è dall'altra parte. Oh, bene, mentre si sta me la controllo lo pizzo. Vai. Un altro di meno. C'è una bella armatura sti premi comunque. Ok. Vai, che manca solo questo. Picchiatelo di brutto. Datemi la mano però, che cazzo sta? Fa? Siamo un 20 contro 1, volevo dire quanto vuol resistere sto premio? Lo vedi che c'è? Difendi il guado, attenzione, abbiamo fatto. Con prudenza e forza. Con chi si sta menando? Ma che sta succedendo? Quello sopra il ponte che si mena da solo. Ok, andiamo di tosserance. Attenzione, arrivano i rinforzi. Bastardi. Non riconquisterete Tumblr. Cambia. Ok, questo è lì. Vai. Vedi due spadate fatte. Levati dai coglioni e vai dentro il fiume, bastardo. Oh, senti come pizzichi. Aia, porca puttana, pure due pizziche però. Senti allora, Stunna. E poi, madonna, questa era bella. Questa dritta in testa gliel'ho piantato. Oh, perfetto. Abbiamo vinto però. Questi sono i nostri uomini vittoriosi. Oddio, vittoriosi, c'è un sacco di feriti, morti e roba varia, però.
What? This boy.
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Che cazzo, ma è una buona notizia comunque, oh. Raga, corremo a salvare il trabucco. Ci ho messo tanto per farlo costruire. Ho dovuto fare un sacco di cose brutte per far costruire il trabucco. Non lo posso lasciare distruggere così. Per un attimo pensavo si era buggato di nuovo, raga, perché ci ha messo tipo un'ora per caricare tutto, per fare tutto il caricamento. Ero lì, facevo: no, te prego, non te bugga di nuovo, non te bugga di nuovo, ti prego. Ma perché? Scusate, sto grassone come fa a correre più veloce di tutti gli altri? Siamo rimasti 4 gatti comunque. E questi che vanno? 4 gatti contro un esercito intero. Ma vaffanculo, imbecille. Via sto pugno, via, stupido, giuro. Ma che vuoi? Lasciami passare e poi mandare a salvarmi cazzo di trabucco. Guarda questo con sta mazza, però mi fa crepare. Ma levati pure tu, sciocco. Cazzo, attenzione. Guardate, questo purino l'hanno preso alla cerchia. Guarda, l'ammazzo io in fretta. Almeno. Ok raga, vedo il trabucco è ancora lì. Quindi spero ovviamente che sia ancora sano. Dai un po'. Su con ste cosce. Voglio sentire sfrigolare dei coglioni sulle cosce mentre correte. Dai. Save my trabucco.
Attenzione, vengono a salvare il trabucco.
Guarda i pugni che gli do adesso. Attenzione. Oh. La sorpresa con questo oramai. Adesso mi metto di qua, voglio vedere il primo che passa per provare a ammazzare il trabucco. Oh scusa, non volevo. La gente morta che c'è. Oh, vedi che questa spada penetra nella pelle di Ma vai a cagare, sciocco. Quanti sono ancora, oh? È rimasto solo sto coglione qua. Muore. Che versi sono questi? Oh, quando parte con l'infilzatura sta spada è fantastica, raga. Oh, che cicchino. Dai raga, questa sera si scopa.
Well,
the damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
So, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and
Sempre
my
queste
father
soluzioni da
are to us.
frocetto però, io l'ho ammazzato tutti.
Your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Ma quello che mi chiedo io è, quello ha mandato gli uomini qui di fuori a cercare di rompere il trabucco. Quanti cazzo ce n'ha lì dentro? Cioè, ci sarà rimasto solo lui e quell'altro due in ostaggio praticamente.
Well now, Eric.
No, ok, adesso lo stavo interrogando.
Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it? Fuck you. You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you
Io lo pesterebbe come lui ha pestato a noi, cazzo. Allora, Chietto, ma lui non ce lo dice. Senti, quanti uomini al castello?
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Ok. Cosa vogliono i tuoi? Come l'hai conosciuto? Chietto, proviamo a chiedere chi è.
Who is this Toth?
He's the one who'll string you all up from the...
Vabbè, questo è un coglione. Cosa
What is he
vogliono i
after?
tuoi? Ma ce l'ho troppo basso.
For you.
Vabbè, per chi
Who
lavora.
does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Beh, giustamente, questa me la so meritato. Ti consegneremo in cambio di... Non perdono... No, ti consegneremo...
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
Beh, questa non è una cosa sbagliata quello
You
che ha
better
detto
break
lui,
your will for your own sake, because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit?
Beh,
I won't
c'ho
waste any
tutti i
more
torti.
time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me.
Questo è un coglione.
And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he
Ammazzerebbe
save
io
you?
stesso.
He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranjik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Tu è quello che pensi tu.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your love?
Ah, so froci.
Never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one.
Ma non mi ha detto un
Well done,
cazzo.
lad.
Però forse mi sa che
Clear
è
that
facile
young
vero.
fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
Ok, mo vediamo.
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Mi hanno già stuprato 16 volte. Voglio rimanere qui, non mi salvare.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
Che imbecille.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Sì, ma quindi siamo a un punto morto. O sfondiamo il castello e a morte la puttana e Sir Razik, oppure...
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
Che cazzo è quel mo?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while, and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Ok, parliamo un attimo con lui per sentire quando inizierà l'assedio. Ah, al vostro servizio.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor
Mi sembra
of the first
giusto.
shot.
Ne sarei felice.
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your
Beh,
enthusiasm.
giustamente.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next.
Ok. Quindi parliamo un attimo. Spara con il trabucco, grande. Sempre desiderato spara col trabucco. Ammazza! Sto fregno da solo gliela fa tirare su sta cazzo di palla. Non ci credo, ma manco. Vabbè. Penso stare a faticare come una iena. Ma che cazzo mi ha fatto fa? Mi danno 2 lire a settimana? Mi fanno lavorare tutto il giorno. La mia madre mi ha detto fate le capre che si sta meglio. Ma io no, io non ne ho voluto corretto. Poi io fare soldato. Ecco, guarda come sono finito.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Henry, che bello vederti. Anche per me. Usa, attenzione. Spariamo il primo colpo, vediamo se ci chiappiamo. Ok, mi sa che abbiamo chiappato qualche cosa, non so che cosa. Parla con Sir Robert. Sir Robert, ho sparato il mio primo colpo. Come procediamo ora?
Sir Divish.
È lo stesso, no? Vabbè, Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back.
Ok, dopo 2 giorni intensi di bombardamento alla città è il momento di sentire Sir Robert che cosa ha da dire. Sono veramente curioso di sentire come se ne viene adesso, raga. Comunque sono due giorni di bombardamento il castello e ancora lì c'è manco un danno proprio. Forse dovremmo attaccare.
Since the Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
All right. When do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything,
No, partiamo, ho rotto cazzo.
you won't have
tutto
another
sto
chance
aspettando.
until we've won the day, or until your final rest.
Preferisco l'eterno riposo. Sono pronto.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts, the north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages, taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
Ok, come conquisteremo il
How are we going to
cancello?
attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
Ok, allora come attaccheremo le mura occidentali
What's the plan
invece?
for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
Ok, credo di avere informazioni sufficienti, poi ci vedremo sul
Do you want to
campo.
join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Eccola, raga. La battaglia finale sta per cominciare. Ok raga, siamo pronti per assaltare le mura. Ci sono gli arcieri sulle mura, attenzione Anzi, vediamo se riesco a ammazzarle qualcuno col mio arco, tipo quello lì. No, segna, la farò, non ci chiapperò mai e poi mai non ci chiapperò. Crepate. Oh, forse l'ho preso. Non ne so proprio del tutto sicuro, però. Dai, queste scale. Ok, usa scala, posso salire. Seguitemi, uomini! Oh, posso salire solo che io. Oh, raga, se non andate da solo, aspetto un secondo che pianate pure voi, perché sennò qui fa una finaccia. Salve. Tu sei l'arciere? Te la prende? Ok, il primo arciere fatto. Attenzione, questi ci vengono dietro. Cosa è? I miei uomini. Uomini! Non è per dire niente, ma ci avete messo 16 ore per stare giù scale, Oh, vedi? Mostro che siete pianati però. Oh. Crema pure, imbecille. Oh, ammazzate pure questo. che perlomeno abbiamo conquistato parte delle mura. Oh, ho capito male, hai capito male, ok. Oh, e muore, Ok, adesso andremo dall'altra parte. Ma qui ci posso... Questa serratura è troppo complicata, affanculo, se devo provare. Oh, questi lo scappano poi. Si sono materializzati dal nulla. Vabbè, non è un problema. Li facciamo sparire. Ma vai a fare il culo. Ma levati, sciocco. Babbano. Aia, ma non è il brisco che mi ha dato questo. Questo c'ha una bella armatura. Resiste parecchio sto fregno. Ma sarà ora che crepemo, Oh, alleluia. Oh, sono troppi. Sono troppi. Attenzione. Frecce. Visto che non mi fanno passare, voglio provare. Ecco. Con qualche freccia un attimo così, tanto perché mi va di tirare due frecce che tanto che non le tiro. Che cazzo l'ho piantata? Ok, sto continuando a piantare frecce a caso. Ok. Oh, vedi che funzionano le frecce, vedi che la stessa spada però va. Che fa molti più danni. Oh, non te lo fuggi tu, oh. Amico bello. Oh, levati, va. Quanti mancano? Ok, questi li abbiamo fatti tutti. Perfetto. Sono nostri, dai, andiamo. Carichiamoli dalle retrovie, dai. Non si incastriamo uno con l'altro. Ok, raga, da sopra, perfetto. Così la fa... Oh, perfetto, così li facciamo dietro e li facciamo più accortire, dai. Ma levatevi dai coglioni lasciati sul nostro cortile, bastardi. Madonna, era quelle spadate che partono il casino, la gente morta. La gente che si arrampica su... Ma non si crepe. È morto. Ma che un botto so. Veramente un botto. Toccami il cazzo. Madonna, pensate che bordello poteva essere una battaglia vera, raga. Pensate che casino, non ci si capiva un cazzo. Queste armature, le spade. Penso che si ammazzano pure di più tra di loro, guarda. Che è? Madonna, il brisco che mi hanno dato. Ma va a farti, lo sciocco. Babbano, che non si alza, chi è che sta spadata, va. Oh. Dai, che quasi morto. Questo si viene una bella spada nella schiena. Aia. Oh, ma sei ancora non sei morto? Fanculo. Dai da cazzo, sciocco. Quello stanno a picchiare del brutto. Qui ce ne sono 3 ancora. No. Aia. Comunque sono belli resistenti, sono amici, Via spadata. Finito. Oh, fermo, questo è morto. Ce n'è uno che stanno a picchiare brutalmente lì dentro. 3 contro 1, raga, è stupro. Ok, questo. Questo è quasi morto. Oh, vedi, è rimasto solo questo che... Adesso mettiamo un angoletto, lo infizzo bene. Oh, appena finisce la stamina. Oh, appena finisce la stamina oggi un sacco di vita. Oggi, vero? Dai, stupido, quanta gente è morta! Io sento il casino, no? Ne siamo rimasti in 2, Ma chi stanno andando? Andate tipo in 50 qui dentro che picchiavano quello.
It's fun! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Ok raga, io dubito effettivamente che loro li lasceranno, però adesso staremo veramente a vedere che cosa succederà.
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Sarà vivo? Non sarà vivo? Beh, lo vedremo presto.
There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he.
Per questo creperà come uno stronzo.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You all right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Now, I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go. Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Berghof, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghof is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Ratte is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Parla con tuo padre, sentiamo che dice.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghof is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghof tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghof is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Ok, eccolo qua, congratulazioni, hai completato gli eventi della storia principale. Se desideri puoi ancora affrontare missioni secondarie e tutte le attività, oppure limitarti ad esplorare il mondo di gioco. Potrai completare l'avventura in qualsiasi momento unendoti alla squadra di Serrano Capon. Va bene ragazzi, allora io direi di concludere qui questa serie, mi raccomando, spero vi sia piaciuta. A me il gioco è piaciuto moltissimo, peccato però per i numerosi bug, cioè veramente troppi bug. Però il gioco secondo me merita un 9 su 10 perché diciamo che su alcuni fatti è stato veramente innovativo, su alcuni altri è stato molto simile, diciamo, ai giochi tipo Skyrim, però mi è piaciuto veramente tantissimo. Spero facciano dei DLC o comunque sia facciano il 2 o il continuo della storia per correre dietro praticamente a quel bastardo che ci ha rubato la spada, che ha fatto tutto questo casino, e poi soprattutto perché vorrei ammazzare il pelatone. Quindi mi raccomando, continuate a seguire tutte le altre serie che sto facendo, sono tutte al vostro comando Wolf. Ciao a tutti ragazzuoli.